Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who grew well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessing and salutations to the hopeful leg out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. Pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful leg of believers and listeners who may have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. All right, and what we're going to get into this morning is how the chastening of the Lord, is grooming, his sons for greatness, and that's something that we have to remember, as we go through our afflictions, as we go through particular situations, all right, because us being who we are, we're put in a situation where it's not going to be fair. We're put in situations where we're going to be always going against the grain, where we're always going to be put in positions to where we got to rise up. And that's how the Lord chastening, his sons, through difficulties, man. And he wants to see us, overcome and fight through these difficulties, man, that we go through, whether it's financially, your health, you know, your relationships. Okay, he wants us to fight through these things, whether to utilize wisdom, all right, and even within wisdom, sometimes you got to cut things off, cut people off, man. But anyway, there's a precept, all right, that could be applied to any difficulty that we're facing in our day to day, Let me slide over here to the light, looking like I'm in witness protection program. Over there in the dark. But yeah, so going back to it, we're gonna get into some precepts and show, how the Lord, He's dealing with us, through these difficulties, through the affliction. The Lord is dealing, man, because He has an expected end for us, man. All right, this is Sirach 30:1. It says, "He that loveth his son, causing him off to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him at the end." Okay, this is why we go through back to back trials, back to back circumstances, back to back difficulties, man. That's the Lord calling us to feel the ride off, even if it's something that's in our mind that's challenging us, man. That's the Lord chastening us, man. All right, He wants us to think our way through. He wants us to fight our way through. We have the resources, man. We have the Holy Spirit, which gives us the understanding. We have the body. We have prayer. We have fasting. We have the congregation. We got everything that we need. We got all the resources we need to overcome any type of difficulty we can find ourselves in this society, man. And that's the purpose of the chastening, man, is to get us to react in a particular way, because we're being conditioned to overcome, first off, Jacob's trouble, and also we're being conditioned to be joint heirs with Yahushua. It's all about the end game. You see, that's why we go here to Jeremiah. Okay, what did the Lord say? This is Jeremiah 29:11, I mean 28:11. Yep, 29:11. It says, I know, this is Jeremiah 29:11, says, "For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Al-Shah, thoughts of peace and not of evil." Okay, to give you an expected end. You see, to give you an expected end, and in the end, it's going to be all peace. But we gotta go through the affliction. We gotta go through the conflict, the trials, the trying. We gotta go through those things to make it to that peace, man. And one thing about it, the Lord shows us, within His ministry, when we fight through something, He gives us a period of peace. And then it's time to fight through something else. Then it's a period of peace. So the Lord is giving us their reward program, for fighting through things, man. For doing things that, because see, one thing that we're constantly challenged in is their old way of thinking. And one thing about it, when we overcome this old way of thinking, the Lord opens us up to peace with this new way of thinking, man. Okay? And it's a constant process of this, because the Lord is chastening us, man. And He's conditioning us for that expected end, man, which is to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. Okay? Let's go here. Let's go back to Rock. All right, it's Rock 30:2. It says, "He that chasteneth his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him amongst his acquaintance." You see, and it says, "He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. Though his father die, yet he is though he were not dead, for he hath left one behind that is like unto himself." So we're going through chastening to become like Yahweh Bashim Shai. Okay? We're going through these things, we're going through these trials, we're going through these sufferings to become like Yahweh Bashim Shai. Because you gotta remember, in the kingdom, every Israelite man is going to be like a piece of Yahweh Bashim Shai. It's going to be an extension of Yahweh Bashim Shai in the earth. Even though the Heavenly Father ain't physically here, it's going to be like he's here, man, through his sons. Okay? And Yahweh Shai is going to have the biggest portion of it. Okay? And everyone else is going to have their portion according to their life. But it's all going to be a portion of the same spirit from the Father, man. All right? That's why in Revelation 30, because everything begin with Yahweh Shai. All right? And then it trickles down to the joint heirs. It's Revelation 21. Okay, in 3 it says, "And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their power." Okay, but before the Lord can dwell in us, man, we have to, overcome, okay, the suffering. We have to make it through the chastening. Then he's going to dwell within us, man, forever. Okay? Then he's going to fully dwell within us. We're going to be a portion of the Heavenly Father in the earth through his son, Yahweh Shai. Okay? Let's go here. Because they began with Yahweh Shai. That's why you go to 53. Isaiah 53 and 10. Yep. It says, "Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him." Okay? And pleased the Lord to bruise him. He hath put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed. He shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand. So it goes through, it pleased the Lord to bruise Yahweh Shai, but then it goes to reward after that, man. Okay? Yahweh Shai was establishing the eternal kingdom through his suffering, man. The Lord was establishing the eternal kingdom through Yahweh Shai's suffering, man. Make him fit to be that King of Kings and Lord of Lords, man. Okay? To where now he's going to be an eternal ruler in the earth, man. Seeing his seed, prolonging his days, immortality, man. Okay? And doing the pleasure of the Father in the earth, man, which is ruling in righteousness, man. Okay? This is what this thing is all about. The Heavenly Father ruling, okay, by Yahweh Shai in righteousness. And we're joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, okay, ruling in righteousness, man. And it's a chastening, man. Yahweh Shai went through. And then you keep reading 53. It said, "He shall see the travail of his soul and shall be satisfied." All right? And it's reading in the NLT. It says, when he sees, Isaiah 53:11, when he sees all that is accomplished by his anguish, he will be satisfied. And because of his experience, you see, we're getting experiences. Okay? But it's about how we react to these experiences, man. Because if we're not rising up to the occasion, we're not leveling up through each experience, man. Each experience should be a level up, man. Okay? Each experience should be a level up, all right, to being a joint heir to Yahweh Shai. Every experience, every chastening, every affliction that we go through should be a level up. Okay? Let's say we can't keep being the punching bag. Nah, man, the Lord want us to fight back. He want us to be on the offensive, man. Okay? He's dealing, a hands-on with those first fruits, man. And our affliction gonna be worse. If we're part of the 144,000, our burden gonna be heavier. Our affliction gonna be worse. Okay? Our expectation is gonna be more. To whom much is given, much is required. Okay? Salvation gonna be a dogfight, man. You see? And it says, by his knowledge shall my I'm reading again, says, and because of his experience, my righteous servant will make it possible for many to be counted righteous, for he will bear all their sins. Okay? Let's read verse 12. It said, therefore will I divide him a portion with the great. Okay, which is Yahushua. All right, he's gonna get that great portion, or a portion greater than everyone. Okay, and he shall divide the spoil with the strong. It said he shall divide the spoil with who? The strong. And see, the strength is coming here. This the strength. This is what's being exercised when we go through affliction, man. Okay? He gonna divide a portion with the strong. You see? So we want to be considered those strong, man. All right, but we got to fight for it. We got to work for it, man. Okay? It said, because he had poured out his soul into death, and he was numbered with the transgressor, and he bare the sin of many, and made intercession for the transgressors. Okay? And made intercession for the transgressors, man. All right, this is what we're a part of, man. You see? It's a process, man, and we gotta fall in love with the process, man. One thing about becoming anything, when you fall in love with the process, then a greatness is birthed from that, man. Falling in love with the process of becoming great. Okay, so let's go from there. All right, let's get this in the book of Hebrews, 12th chapter. All right, this Hebrews 12 and 4. It says, Hebrews 12 and 5, it says, and you have forgotten the exhortation which speaking unto you as unto children. All right, and he's reading from, he's quoting from the book of Proverbs. Okay? It says, my son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou rebukest of him. All right, despise not the chastening of the Lord. Okay, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. And see, we can't be faint, defeated by every little goddamn thing, man. We gotta get out of there, man. We say, king, and call ourselves kings, and nah, man, you gotta be warriors right now, man. Okay, we ain't got no throne. We gotta be a warrior. We warriors until we earn them thrones, man. And the warrior gotta rise up to the occasion. A warrior gotta continue to go against odds, man. Okay, when you're coming into power, okay, and you're going against the current power structure, guess what? You're going against the odds. You see? So we can't faint as the Lord is chastening us, man, because he's conditioning us to maneuver through these times, man. To let go of things when necessary, let go of people when necessary, man. Okay? To have a mindset beyond this society, man, and also a mindset to rise up in difficulty, man. Jacob's trouble, the Lord is going to be guiding us, man, but the Lord is conditioning us so as we're maneuvering, he's guiding us while we're maneuvering, man. As we're making elite decisions. And, elite decision making is gonna be vital in this time, man. We can't be as men. We can't have that indecisive spirit. That's a spirit of a woman, to be indecisive. Indecisive. All right. That's a woman's spirit, man. As men, man, we gotta be firm and established on how we moving, man. Which way we going? Okay. And this chastening is preparing us for that. Because guess what? As we overcome things, our confidence is increasing. Our trust in Yahweh Shema Shai is being is becoming more firm, you know, and the the skill set that we're gaining from this, okay, is going to work in our favor in the times of chaos, man. You see? So let's keep reading on. So we can't faint, man. You know, I read in NLT, Hebrews 12:5, it says, and have you forgotten the encouraging words the Most High spoke to you as children? He said, my child, don't make light of the Lord's discipline and don't give up when he corrects you. For the Lord's, all right? He said, don't give up when he corrects you, man. They're going to be in faint. They give up spirit, man. You know, the Lord is pushing us to fight through things, man. You see? Verse 6, it says, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth and scourges every son whom he receiveth. Okay? You see? So we go through chastening, we go through things that our people don't go through, man. Okay? We go through difficulties that no one else is going through, man. So that's another thing. We can't look for things to be fair. All right, it ain't about fair. It ain't about our happiness, man. It's about what needs to be done as men. We gotta come to that conclusion, man. It ain't about us being happy and smiling and clicking our goddamn heels all the time, man. It's about what gotta be done. Okay? It's about what has to be done. Okay? To accomplish what we're trying to accomplish, man. For the Lord's purpose to be accomplished, man. He needs us to be a particular way. That's what it's about, man. Okay? You come to a point with a man, hey, our happiness got to be out the window, man. Hey, if the Lord can give us a little token here and there, cool. You see? But we ain't living for that like people, you know, people live for that. People in this society live. That's why they chase their pleasure. And they always, you know, on the drugs and trying to chase, you know, women or whatever, you know, the men of this world. They're trying to be happy all the goddamn time, man. Okay? Listening to, you know, watching comedy on Facebook all goddamn day, man. Trying to smile and be goofy all the goddamn time. Nah, man. You know? And if we are the elite men of Israel, all right, hey, we're all right gonna go through things that no one else, okay, is gonna go through. What does it say about Yahweh Shai? Matter of fact, let's get that. Let's get that, man. What does it say about Yahweh Shai, man? Let's get Isaiah 52:14. All right, and it says, let's start at 13. Isaiah 52:13 said, behold, my servant shall deal prudently. He shall be exalted and extolled and be very high. This is Yahweh Shai. But before he will come into this, because he dealt prudently through his ministry, man. He was perfect while he lived. He taught every day. He was, you know, he was prudent. He dealt prudent in his ministry. He was all about the Father's business, man. Okay? And he has been exalted in the heavens. And see, he's going to bring his rank to the earth. He's going to bring his authority to the earth. When Yahweh Shai come, he's coming to establish that rank and authority that he has in the spiritual realm, man. Okay? At the right hand of the Father. That place of honor. Okay? Verse 14, as many as were astonished at thee, his visage was marred, okay, more than any man, and his form more than the sons of man. Okay? So he's talking about his visual, the way he looked after the crucifixion. It was marred more than any man. Yahweh Shai had to go through something no one else went through to receive the top rank. He had to go through the top suffering, the top affliction. Ain't no getting around it. Ain't no shortcuts, man. Ain't no easy, you know. There's another thing, man. We got to get out that spirit of always trying to find an easy way or a shortcut of doing something. You know, nah, man, we got to go through the grunt work. As men, we got to go through that grunt work. We got to go through that process, man. That day-to-day grind, man. We got to go through it. whatever it is, each brother, different situation, we got to go through it. We can't wait around for good things to happen. Nah, man, you got to be proactive, man. Be in motion. And the Lord, he blessed when he blessed. Because at the end of the day, we still have to have patience on Yahweh Shema Shai. Everything is in his timings, man. Okay? But we're being conditioned to be in motion, man, as we awake. You see, because we can do nothing of our own strength. It always happens when the Lord gives favor, man. Okay? But it is easy for the Lord to give favor to us that's already in motion, if we're already in motion, man. And I'm speaking from experience, man. From both sides, from being idle and complaining, okay, to being, all right, quiet, suffering, and in motion, man. You see? All right? So let's read this in Isaiah 52:11. Said, but many were amazed when they saw him. His face was so disfigured, he seemed hardly human. And from his appearance, one would scarcely know he was a man. How Shai had to go through that. What we complain about? What the hell we complain about, man? Okay? Goddamn Tanisha, goddamn co-worker. Okay? Goddamn cable bill. What the hell we complaining about, man? How Shai was disfigured to they couldn't tell if he was human or not, man. You see? That should make us shut the hell up and endure the chastening, man. You see? But what it's going to lead to, this is Isaiah 52, all right, in 15, and I'll read it in NLT. It says, and he will startle many nations. Kings will stand speechless in his presence when he come back. For they will see what they have not been told, and they will understand what they have not heard about, man. Yahweh Shai coming back, not to meet them as a man. All that power coming into this realm. They can't, because see, Esau can't research the power that Yahweh Shai is coming with. Okay? He can't put a measurement on the power Yahweh Shai coming back with. So they don't have no reports on this power. They don't have no intel. They don't have no data. All right? On the power Yahweh Shai is coming back with. But he had to go through that suffering. Then he received all power, man. Okay? Just as we have to go through our suffering, man, and we're going to receive power, man. Okay? Let's go back to it. The Rotters on, man. All right, this is Hebrews 12:7. It says, if you endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if you be without chastisement, wherefore all are partakers, then are you bastards and not sons. Okay, and every Israelite man is not going through this, man. Okay, every Israelite man doesn't have the privilege of being chastened by Yahweh Shema Shai. And see, we're going to see that it was a privilege that the Lord dealt with us like he's dealing with us, man, in the times to come. We're going to see that this was a privilege, this was an honor that the Lord did this to us, man. That he's taking us through these things, man, that he's making us fight, man. Okay? Verse 9 said, furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we give them, all right, reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of the spirits and live? Okay? And you read that in the NLT, it says, since we respected our earthly fathers who disciplined us, shouldn't we submit even more to the discipline of the Father of our spirits and live forever? Because this is leading to eternal rulership. The Lord is challenging us to be eternal rulers, man. We gotta really let these things sink in on us, man. And we really let these things sink in, we'd be ashamed of some of the complaints that we have, man. We're gonna be vexed. Our spirit gonna be vexed in this wicked society. Okay? You know, sometimes you don't have to say nothing, man. Our spirit is always growing, and when we just see particular things, and our spirit growing, okay? But some of the petty things that we can find ourselves just perpetually complaining about, man, once we realize what the Lord is doing on our behalf, what He's building us up to, man, it'll make us ashamed to speak on those things, man. You know, like you be like, man, let me shut the hell up, man. They ain't even worth mentioning. Sometimes, you know, I you know, the spirit, you know, you just analyze things, and then sometimes you be like, it ain't even worth the complaint. Let me just do what I need to do. It ain't even worth the complaint. You know, because a lot of times we give too much power to things through perpetual complaining about this shit, man. You know, when you keep speaking on those things, like that's why the tongue is powerful, man. You keep speaking and perpetually complaining about it. Our complaints will dominate our life, man. And I'm speaking from experience. I was there, man. You know, I was there, man. The less I started, the less I complained about, you know, my circumstances, and start, you know, moving and making moves in faith, because no move should be made without the counsel of Yahweh Shema Shai, without faith, because the Lord confirms things. Like when it's, you know, when you're making moves and whatever you're doing, the Lord confirms things, man, and He'll shut things down as well. And when He shut things down, let that go, you know, move something else, you know. But yeah, man, the less, you know, I started complaining, you know, because I started giving power and energy to the negative, man, and started putting that power and energy into the positive, man, into the adjustments that need to be made, man, you know. All right. Verse 10, it says, for they verily, I read this NLT again, said, for our earthly father disciplined us for a few years, doing the best they knew how. But the Most High discipline is always good for us, so that we might share in His holiness. That we might share His holiness, man, that glory. Ye are gods. Okay, but to become that, man, we got to go through that suffering, man. We're not going to become those guys without the suffering that's attached to it, man. Okay, without the hardness that's attached to it, man. We're not going to become those things. We got to go through, and that's good. And if we really believe, we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight with everything we got, man. If we really believe, you know. I'll read verse 11. It says, "Now, chastening for the present seeming to be joyous." It says, "Now no chastening for the present seeming to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yields a peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby." What is it producing? Affliction produces something, man. Okay, like you look at anybody that has a lot of drive, no matter what they do. Even, you know, even if they just drive FedEx trucks, you know, you can see somebody got some drive in them, man. You can see men that move with a purpose, man. You can see it in them. No matter what they do, man. No matter what they, you know, UFC fighters, okay, NBA players, NFL players. You see, track and field. All right, working in the warehouse, man. You can see men that have a drive and a purpose to them, and you look at those men. Behind all those men, it was some affliction that created their drive, man. It was affliction that created their drive, man. It was suffering. It was experience that created their drive, man. You know, and that's what the Lord is doing to us on another level, so we can what, be partakers. Okay, let's read the NLT. It says, Hebrews 12:11 says, "Now discipline is no discipline is enjoyable while it's happening. It's painful, but afterward there will be a peaceful harvest of right living for those who are trained in this way." Who are trained in this way. Rulers have to be trained. Okay, if you was a prince, you weren't just sipping wine, you know, just talking shit. You see? just putting, just being, decked out and talk, drinking wine, you know, smacking handmaids on the ass as they walk by, man. If you was a young prince, nah, man, you went through rigorous training, okay, before you got to that point. It was rigorous training. You see? Constantly being reminded what you're finna be responsible for, man. You see? So I just wanted to bring that out, man, because chastening, like I said, is grooming us for greatness, man. And we gotta constantly remember that point as we fight, man. This thing is an all-out fight, okay? And Satan is set up to be their resistance. All right, Satan comes in many forms. He can jump on anybody at any time to resist us. All right, on this path, man. But guess what? When their resistance comes, say we gotta have a stance, man. We can't just be curled up, in our shell. Sometimes but then you gotta let them hands loose as well. When Satan come, hey, we shield, you know. But then guess what? We gotta come out that shell, let them hands loose, man. Get that nigga off you, man. You gotta get that nigga off us, man, and go on to the next. And see, we can do it because why? We have the spirit of Yahweh Shema El Shai, because we're doing these things in faith, not of ourselves, because we're moving in faith, man. Okay? Well, the scripture say the Lord have taught my hands to war. That's in the spirit. He's teaching us to war in the spirit as well, man. Okay? So Lord will, you brothers, all right, and if you sisters are edified, once again, I'll give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakodash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example towards y'all brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful. Shalom.